Hi everybody, I'm Ed.
And I'm Barb.
And we're the Streeters.
Welcome to the ARTyRV Glass Studio Q&A tonight. We're having a fun night tonight. Ed's got a glass chat and a glass demo, and we have a couple of things we're going to share with you tonight.
Yeah.
What we've been up to in the studio, and we hope everyone's had a great week or the beginning of a great week.
Yeah, and it's sweater weather, Barb.
Yeah, it is.
It is
great.
sweater weather.
Feels good in the studio.
It sure does. We've been waiting for 6 months for this weather. Great. It's good to see. We got a lot of people tuned in tonight. Welcome to the ARTyRV channel. And right off the bat, we just want to welcome everybody. And thanks for taking the time out of your busy schedule to tune in and chat with us. So don't forget, if you have a question for us tonight, put it in the chat, but just put a Q in front of it. That way it'll be easier for Barb to pick it up for us. So.
Yeah, and so let's go ahead and say thank you to our sponsors, Sunshine Glass.
Yeah, so we want to thank Scott and everybody and Barb up there at Sunshine Glass Works for sponsoring the ARTyRV live chat on Monday nights. We appreciate everything, and remember, Sunshine has over 1,500 different colors of glass from all the manufacturers in stock. And copper foil is still available. They have Edco and in 7/32 and 1/4 inch, and a lot of other products that you may need. So thanks again, Sunshine. We appreciate everything, and we appreciate all that you do for everybody here in America.
That's right.
Keeping all those glasses in stock.
That's right. So a lot of people here tonight. If you have a question, just put a Q in the chat with your question, and we will be happy to answer it. So we had some questions come in this week, and I guess we could just go.
Yeah, well, I mean, we can talk about some questions that people have asked, online. So.
Right. But most of what we had questions about was things that you're going to have to demo.
Not rheostats, right?
No, nothing about rheostats.
Okay, good.
Julie Graves wants to know, can we show a video on how to attach a hinge? Oh, Julie, yes, that's a great video.
It is a great video. So we'll have to build a box and do the hinge placement for you. The most important part about the hinge placement on a box is how you design your lid. Because the part of the hinge always can connect to the corner, but if you don't design your hinge so that back area where the hinge goes on both sides has something to hang on to, you're going to have a hard time connecting the hinge. So I have a box that we designed a long time ago,
right?
And so let's just do that. Let's do a video, Barb, about attaching the hinge.
Just reconstruct that same box that we used to make.
Sure, I don't see why not.
Do I have the pattern for that?
If not,
we'll make one.
We'll make one.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll make one. But again, it's very important that the way that the lid is designed so that the hinge lasts for a very long time.
Yeah, it has to have something to hook.
Yeah, Julie, thanks a lot for reminding us that's something that we need to do for you guys, because hinges are oh so important, and they are the most difficult part of the box.
Yeah. But they're very important.
But they're very important.
Okay. Jean wants to know, do you wax your pieces after, and any advice on this?
Wax my pieces after I get done with them. If I'm doing copper foil, yes. If I'm doing lead work, I polish them with either plaster of Paris, or I prefer to use sawdust to polish my windows. So.
Okay. Thank you, Ed.
Yeah, so you can wax your windows, but you want to wax it. That's the very last thing that you do, and then you really want to make sure that you polish. You get all that wax off, because it'll leave a film and it'll turn white on you, and then you'll wonder what's going on. So
hello to everyone that's entered. Just come on to the program. We have a good crowd here tonight. If you have a question, just put it in the chat.
We do, and we have a lot of new people tonight, Barb. Lots of new people coming in, and we really appreciate you tuning in. And if you haven't taken the time to subscribe to our channel, please do so. And if you would, go ahead and hit that notification bell up there, and that'll let you know exactly when we're coming at you live which is every Monday night at 7 p.m. So.
That's right. So do you want to just go? We got a quiet crowd tonight. You guys must be tired already.
What is
It's
it,
a
Monday
long
night?
day. Oh, yeah. Magali says she likes your
Oh, hey,
pumpkin
Magali.
shirt.
Yes, my pumpkin seed shirt. Thanks. I'm glad you like it.
So
Yeah.
Kat St. Jane says she just ordered a box of spool. I mean, ordered a spool and a box of lead. $148 shipping because of the weight.
Yeah, that's about right. And it was probably close to $300 for the lead. So it's just, y'all, things have kind of gotten out of hand, but you have to be able to get your materials. And if you can get your materials, you know, the freight companies have to get it to you somehow. So, yeah, and shipping a 50-pound box of lead, it's not just the weight. What it is the size of the box. It's like 2 inches by 5.5 by 72.
The length, I guess.
Yeah, and whatever you do, anybody, don't ever let them ship you something in a round tube because it costs 3 times as much as a square box. So.
Oh, really? I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
round tubes are real because they have to go down a special conveyor and they have to go to a different area. So
Yeah, shipping right now is tough.
Yeah.
Okay, we have a question. Barry wants to know, what do you do with all the scraps? What do we do with all the scraps of the oak tree project? We said in the videos we were planning something with them.
Well, we did, and you know what? And some of our viewers own that because we made pendant jewelry out of the scraps from the live oak.
And they are in the Brook Green Gallery.
They're in the
at,
Brook Green Gardens gift shop and are available,
and they're for sale.
and they're for sale.
And a couple people won them on the show.
Yeah, we gave it. They were one of our giveaways.
And we're still making them. We have plenty of glass.
Yeah, we're still making them, and so if you want to like order some for the holidays or whatever, just contact us, and we'll be happy to get them out to you.
Jerby Jerb has a question.
All
How do
right.
you remove solder if you accidentally add too much?
Well, I use what's called a solder sucker, and basically what it is a bubble that with a little nozzle on the end of it that actually removes mucus from infants. It's a way to remove the mucus in an infant, but I use it. You put a little bit of water inside of it, melt your solder, squeeze it, and then suck it right up inside, and the water will keep it from burning up and melting.
And if you hold it up.
And if you hold it, yeah. So the other thing is if I do this technique when I'm repairing windows, that I'll stand the window up and get the solder nice and hot and just let it run right off down to the table, because it's much quicker than trying to remove the solder. Just let it run down. It's not going to stick to anything but itself, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's just messy.
Yeah, it's just messy, but if you know, time is money, so you want to get that stuff removed and get started on something else.
And without overheating your glass.
Yeah, and by doing that, because gravity is pulling the melted solder down off of the piece, you're not taking the time to really get the glass hot at all. It's you're just removing the solder, and then you can go ahead and attack that piece of broken glass in there if you have to.
A.K. Martinez says she was they were getting ready to order 3 pieces of glass from Delphi, and it was $40 for shipping. Yeah, guys, bundle your shipping, your packages.
Yeah, and because
Save up your order.
you're ordering like three pieces of glass, they're charging you.
They have to.
They have to charge you to pack it and
Minimum,
everything.
yeah.
And they could be charging you for cutting it. Just check it out. I usually get for $40, I usually get like 2 complete sheets, which is 8 pieces that are 16 by 21 for about $38. And the large box is about, I think the large box is $11. So.
Oh, well, maybe that's what they were getting, 3 pieces. How many do you usually get?
I usually get 8 pieces.
Oh, 8 full sheets?
8 16 by
Half sheet,
21
okay.
quarter sheets.
Okay, quarter sheets.
Yeah, 8 quarter sheets for that, $39. But then I have to pay for the box, which is $11. So if you think about it, try and get more, because it's a minimum weight charge. So fill that box up if you can, and because you're going to pay the same freight for 3 pieces as probably you are for 6, because it's going to take the same size box.
Okay.
So, but anyway, yeah, I agree with you. Shipping is outrageous. So those of you that live close to somewhere where you can pick up your own glass, I suggest take a ride, because you'll find out that when you pick out your own glass, that the glass is much prettier than the picture they show you online. So
They said $100 total for 3 12x12s.
Call Sunshine. They sponsor our show. And I'm going to tell you right
Call
now.
Sunshine and see what they got going
Call
for you.
Sunshine and see. I mean, come on. If you got a part number for them, AK, give them a part number and let them look at the glass. I don't see 3 12x12s being, I don't know, Anyway, but I mean, I have some 12x12 pieces of glass that are $100 in the
with
back.
the shipping and everything.
Yeah, but still, I would try Sunshine before you place
can get
your
a better
order.
deal.
You can get a much better deal, because I would just try our sponsor, Sunshine, and see if they can help you out.
Burnt raw toast, they have
Welcome back, Burnt Raw Toast.
They have a hard time soldering the metal O-ring hanger to their pieces. Any suggestions?
Well, get you a small pair of needle nose pliers that you can hold on to that jump ring, and get it hot before you attach it to the piece, and put you a small bead of solder on the jump ring itself, and then join the two together with your pliers and your soldering iron. And as long as you can hold it there long enough for that solder to cool, you should be fine. But a small pair of pliers helps me a lot.
And getting everything ready before you actually
and you
get
it ready before you actually get there. So you're like, chit, done. And it sounds easy, but it's not. But so and if you don't use a small pair of pliers, you end up really putting these cute little burns on the tips of your fingers. So go ahead and try a small pair of needle nose pliers to hold that jump ring, and I think you'll find it'll be a little bit easier for you.
Yeah. Jen wants to know, when you build a big window, do you work your glass upside down or right side up? Are you working on the focus side or the back side?
I'm working on the side that's up that I cut to be up, if that makes any sense. So because glass has 2 different sides, but if I want my texture up, then all I'm going to do is reverse my pattern. But normally I work with the smooth side or the cut side of my glass up, unless I flip my pattern, and then I'm still working with with my pattern just upside down. So yeah, I work with the side that I cut up, except if it's a texture. So
Yeah, the texture.
it doesn't matter what size the window is, whether it's big or small. You're going to work. That's the way, I don't know why you would turn your pattern over unless...
You want the textured side up.
Yeah, but you only do that when you're cutting the glass. So
Exactly.
you would never flip your pattern over.
Right.
That sounds like a lot of work.
Okay.
Yeah, Jen, just if you want your textured side up, just remember when you're cutting your glass, just flip your pattern over, then your textured side will be up, but all of your glasses that you're cutting will be smooth. You can reverse the window in the opening just by turning it around, so it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
And if you're using a light box, you already know what the window's going to look like anyway. So.
Thank you, Ed.
Yeah, you really want to. If you're using a light box, you have in your mind the vision of what you want that window to look like anyway. So.
Okay. So when you were talking to Burnt Raw Toast, I'm just going to skip ahead because he did have a question about that, what you said. Long tweezers would work best.
Yeah, as long as they're flat, so you can hang on to it, and get a little bit of a bite on it.
Yeah, if you have control over them. Though.
Yeah. The whole idea is just to get control of that jump ring, which is like, so small it'll drive you crazy if you're not careful. So.
Okay, Cat St. Jane wants to know, is there a secret to cutting lead straight, simple cut? You have our
You have our lead nippers?
Do you have our lead nippers?
Because if you don't,
It might be difficult.
Might be a little difficult because I actually have a pair of older lead nippers that you think you're cutting it straight and the jaw's cutting it to the left. So, yeah, but now
There is a secret.
yeah, our lead nippers
The lead
are they'll cut it straight. If you're holding it straight and you're looking at the blade on the jaw, it'll cut it straight. And the other thing is I always cut my lead up here. I don't ever cut my lead laying down flat. And sometimes I use a lead knife, but not often at all. I like my little 6-inch lead nippers that we sell on our website.
But a lead knife would definitely cut it straight.
Yeah, the lead knife is only going to cut it straight if you're cutting it straight. And the same way
Well,
with
you
your
know what
lead.
I mean.
Well, but the same way, the same way with your the same way with the lead nippers. If you're not cutting, if you're not holding the lead straight or the lead nippers, and you're getting them, sometimes you want things at an angle, but most of the time, if you're butting into a T, that's when you want that cut perfectly square. So if you don't have our lead nippers, just go to our website and order them. They're the Lepinet lead nippers.
Okay.
And I think you'll like them. Because that's all we use here in the studio, and we ship them all over the country. People like them.
Of those in stock.
We do, and
It's the
people
running
love
part.
them. So
Okay. Do you, Jerby Jerb wants to know, do you recommend reusing solder that has melted or splattered off on the table?
I don't, because you're going to pick up trash from the table, or it's going to be on the floor. Just dispose of it like you would with your. You can melt it with your lead if you want to make sinkers, but that's all. I wouldn't reuse it now. It's not that important. I would just clean it up and dispose of it, but I definitely wouldn't reuse it.
Jen wants to know if we ship to Canada. I don't think we offer shipping to Canada on our website.
Not free shipping. No.
Not free shipping, no. But you can call us, and if you see something, and we'll figure
work
out
something
the
out.
shipping.
Yeah, we'll work something out with you.
Yeah. But
We'll
our
have
website
Magali
has
drop
free
it off to you.
Our website does have free shipping, but not outside of the U.S.
Yeah.
mainland.
We do ship to Canada, but it's just not free shipping. That's all.
Right. Let's see. Question. How well do you clean a finished piece to avoid oxidation?
You should clean it thoroughly, period. So, you're going to clean it with your baking soda and water, then you're going to patina it, then you're going to wash it with warm soapy water to clean that off.
And you're talking about copper foil.
Copper foil, yeah, copper foil. And as it seems like a lot of our subscribers do foil as a main line of doing stained glass. So once you get it clean with the warm soapy water, and it doesn't matter how big it is, move it around, clean it thoroughly, and then wax it. And then you want to make sure, get an old cotton t-shirt, not a polyester t-shirt, but a cotton t-shirt, and polish that window like you were polishing your car,
Thank you, Ellen.
Oh,
We
hey, Ellen.
appreciate it.
Hey, thank you very much, Ellen. We appreciate it
We
very much.
appreciate that, Ellen. Thank
Yeah.
you so much. Thank you.
That is really greatly appreciated.
It is.
So yeah, you should clean even your stained glass when you're doing lead work. You should clean it well, and then the important thing with lead is polishing it. Get that acid brush down in there, put some sawdust on it, and polish that lead up so that it looks like it just looks like a finely shined pewter cup, and it'll look it's impressive when the lead is done correctly as well. So.
Okay, Teresa Gutterman wants to know, how well do you clean? Oh, that was the same one. I'm sorry. Pamela wants to know, can you show a video someday soon, or even explain here, replacing a broken piece in the middle of a copper foiled work? seems to struggle with refoiling the portions of surrounding pieces.
Well, and you will struggle with it, but the main thing is that you get it clean and you get all that old foil off. So if you'll take stand the window up, get rid of all the solder, just let it drip down to the table, and on both sides, and then score that broken piece, knock it out, and then eliminate the copper foil that's around the pieces that were attached to the broken piece. So eliminate that, clean it with alcohol really well, and if you'll do that, it'll be easier to copper foil that. The main thing you're going to find that you need is like 7 hands, because you need to hold the window up. So have somebody come in and help you hold the window up so that you can foil this thing vertically, okay? So foil that vertically and then get your other piece ready. And don't lay that window back down until you're ready to put the piece that was broken, now that is not broken, back in the window and solder it up. It's a little challenging, but if you'll get somebody to help you hold that window while you do the cleaning part of it, and do it, if you'll do it correctly, you'll find that you shouldn't have any problems. But it's not easy. It's not easy at all.
So then you would, okay, so then you'd have to cut your piece and foil it and have it ready when you...
Well, whenever you got ready. But the main thing is you get that broken piece out of there.
Right.
And clean the area that the broken piece was attached to. That's the thing, because now you have to refoil all of that. So you're going to take, when you're soldering, cleaning that up, and your soldering iron's going around the edge of the glass like this, you're cleaning all that up. Well, this foil's going to turn loose because it's getting too hot already, okay? So get rid of it. Pull it off. Clean the old glue from the old foil off using denatured alcohol or acetone or something, and then refoil those pieces while they're sitting in the window. You don't need to remove those, because every time you remove something, you're fooling with the integrity of the window if you don't put it back correctly. So clean that up, refoil it, get your new piece ready. I always wait and make my pattern for the piece I'm replacing after I get that much of the work done, because then I know that the piece that I'm going to make a pattern of is going to fit. So
that makes sense.
Copper foil is a lot of work, y'all. And if you're doing repair work and you're not charging for it twice, you're losing money.
Now remember, you got to take it apart and put
it back together. So you got to charge them twice.
Okay. Barry wants to know. Oh no, burnt raw toast. I tend to have thin outside edges. Any suggestions without using cane on the outside edges? Thanks.
Thin outside edges? Is that what you said?
Yeah, thin. Maybe he's not beating up the outside edge.
Yeah, because if you're using copper foil and you don't want to put a frame around it, but it's installed in a wooden fixed opening or whatever, why don't you, if your edges are to where your copper foil is wanting to roll off, why don't you just try tinning it and then beating it up just like you would a finished sun catcher? Just give it a little bit of oomph instead of just letting it hang out there. So, I mean, that's what I would do if you were worried about it. If the edges are going to be covered up and you're not interested in putting a zinc around it or lead around it, then I wouldn't even worry about it if the edges are being covered up. Your edges are thin, for that reason, that you're not working them. That's all.
Yeah, without using cane on the outside.
Yeah.
So that would be, yeah.
I mean, it would make sense, but again, I don't know your application, so,
And then your foil on the outside, on the edge should be sufficient for that.
Well, yeah, you should use 7/32.
7/32 foil
Yeah.
on.
And
your
then it should be
stained
beaded
glass.
up and as a finished product, I would think. I mean,
So maybe, are you using 7/32? Because if you're not, it might be.
yeah, try
Thin
to
on
use
the edge.
7/32 at least on the outside edge, because you're not using a came or some sort of zinc came or lead came or brass came. So
Barry wants to know, do you clean a cane window the same as copper foil?
no, you don't. The cane window gets puttied, which is a waterproofing glazing process, and then that has either plaster of Paris or whiting. Some people use whiting, which is just white porcelain cement, and then I prefer to use either sawdust or plaster of Paris. And you don't need a lot of it. What you need to do is work in an area, polish that, and then move that plaster of Paris or sawdust over to the next area and do it again until it's complete. A copper foil window should be washed with warm soapy water because it's got all that, so much flux on it and everything from soldering, that it needs to be cleaned totally different. Baking soda and water, and it needs to be cleaned thoroughly. It doesn't need to just be willy McNillied. It needs to be cleaned thoroughly. It's got a lot more
flux on it than a lead cane.
Yeah, window. Lead cane window has like little dots of flux periodically.
And also, lead cane doesn't have patina on it.
Yeah, you don't patina the lead cane. When you polish it, it patinas itself. So you create this beautiful pewter look on the lead, and all it is a cleaning process. It comes with, while you're cleaning the window, it's polishing it too, and eventually you're done with it. As to where a copper foil window has many different steps to the cleaning process if done correctly.
Magali has a good question. She asked, since I have a non-programmable kiln, the dial goes from 0 to 5. If I need to fully fuse a piece, can I take it straight to a 5 or gradually take it there, or does it matter?
It matters, every bit of it, Magali. What you want to do, okay, here's kind of like a firing schedule for fusing. All right, if you're going to be fusing 1/8-inch glass with frit or whatever on top of it, if you're going to be doing that, your first hour, the piece of glass should go to 500 degrees. Your second hour, the piece of glass should go to 1,000. Magali, once it reaches 1,000, then you can do whatever you want to do with it. It's very critical from 0 to 1,000, and from 1,000 down to 750. So once you reach 1,000, yeah, you can turn it up. I wouldn't turn it up completely high, because you're going to find that if you don't have a devitrification spray on it when you turn it up high, it's going to burn the surface of the glass. So what you want to do is you want to take it up slowly, do what you want it to do, watch it thoroughly, stop it, vent it, close it. You're just going to vent it to 1,000, close the lid, and then leave it alone till tomorrow. Turn it off. Yeah, turn it off. Yeah. Turn it off. Once it reaches the temperature you want, turn it off, vent it, open, which means open the lid till you get to 1,000 degrees. Close the lid and go on about your business. Yeah, for the next day. You don't have to worry about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Those little kilns are great.
I love the one that we were playing with ours yesterday. Yeah. So doing some things.
What did we do? Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, I know what we did. Never mind. I was trying to remember because we got a couple little things we're doing, and okay.
Yeah, we got a couple projects that we're working on. So as usual.
Okay, Jen wants to know, can you or have you done a video on doing a lamp? That's one of my many projects for Christmas. I'd love to see how you do that, if you do. We've been working on some repair.
Yeah, lamps, there's a couple of videos on repair lamps, and you have to decide too. I tell you that if you want to build a lamp and you want to learn about the mechanics of the lamp, build a flat panel lamp first. Build either a 6-sided or an 8-sided lamp, and if you'll do that, you'll understand. It'll teach you the mechanics of the lamp and all the logistics of just building a flat panel lamp with an apron and a skirt. Okay, so if you can do that, you could do a crown, and then you could do an apron, and then you put a skirt on it. And sounds like you're dressing up a doll, but it's not. If you'll do a flat panel lamp, once you understand that, then if you want to do a bent panel lamp or a molded lamp, you could try that. But Wardell Publications.
We have a good book on our Amazon.
Yeah, there's a great book on our Amazon store that is from Wardell Publications, and it's about making flat panel lamps. My suggestion, if you want to make a lamp, you don't need me to do a video. What you need is that book, and build a flat panel lamp first. And I mean, I can do a video, but it's quite a process. But if you'll get that book and learn about making lamps, a flat panel lamp is the way to start. And if you want to get one done by Christmas, because I can't do a lamp video by Christmas, sorry. So, but if you want that by Christmas, you can build a flat panel lamp over the next 7 weeks with no problem.
The book takes you through the process, and if you know stained glass, you can.
If you can
and bring your questions here, we'll help you.
Yeah, we'll help you through it. But
and we have people here. Ray's here; he could probably answer.
Ray is our lamp guy, and you know what? I'm going to take a minute, give Ray a thumbs up for tonight. Thank you for being our moderator, and we appreciate everything you do, Ray. Yeah. And it's
Thank you.
It's more than you can imagine. Thank you very much, Ray.
Jennifer said that our tip for cleaning with baking soda made a huge difference in their black patina. And
did
now
that?
It's black instead of brown. Good.
Yeah,
good.
So that's good.
I think that tip has helped a lot of people.
Okay, so Jen says she's starting a 6-panel lamp. Do a flat panel. Jen, I swear, if you'll learn the logistics of a flat panel lamp, you can do a 5-panel lamp and just make a small little lamp that goes on a nightlight that holds a candelabra bulb. But if you'll just do those things, my first lamp was a flat panel lamp. And then I moved on to bigger and better things. So yeah. So
do we want to? What do you want to do? A
well,
demo?
We can do a demo, and I just want to remind everybody that if you want to help support the ARTyRV channel, just click on over there and give us a super chat or a super sticker, and everything. We appreciate you very much. So yeah, let's do a demo, because you had a question about how to hold a pistol grip cutter.
Okay,
and you don't hold it like that. You don't hold that pistol grip cutter like that.
Do you want to? Okay, tell me when you need a close
Yeah, I brought over a pistol grip cutter. This one's purple, so it's a good thing I have a brown shirt on. So, you can see that the head on the pistol grip cutter moves back and forth quite a bit, and some people will find that if they're using a pistol grip cutter, I'm just going to get a piece of clear glass here. What happens is they'll find themselves kind of like holding the cutter, even though the cutter head's straight. The handle, okay, you see that? The handle is either cocked left or right.
I don't think they can see it, hon. I don't think they can see it. When you were showing how your hand is?
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah, well, that's because it's a pistol grip cutter. Your whole hand holds the glass cutter. So here you go. This is the way you hold it, just like this. And your index finger, okay? Your index finger should be on the cutter head so that you can control it. All right? So this cutter is designed so that if you don't have any oomph right in here, this cutter is designed, you're using right here. You're using your forearm to push down. You hear that? Listen to your cutter. That is a sweet deal right there. So this cutter is great for doing patterns, and it's also great if you already know how to cut glass, and if you have you need some ergonomic help when you are cutting glass. Okay, so think about that a little bit. It's a nice glass cutter. This is another glass cutter right here. Okay, this is a palm. This is made by Toyo. This is a palm cutter. This little deal right here goes right here. Okay. And it's meant for fairly big hands. So, but they do make a shorter one, and I think that shorter one would be used for probably women's hands, because their hands are much smaller. So what you want to do with this cutter is the same way. You hear that? There you go. Go figure. So the palm cutter is really a nice cutter. And again, it's designed so that if you have trouble holding it like this palm cutter, you're actually pushing down right there, just like that. See? So there's all your pressure right there. Boom. It doesn't take nothing. Just from your elbow down, just push down and go. Now this is my old standby, my faithful standby. This is my pencil grip glass cutter, everybody. When you hold your pencil grip, this is how I hold it. You can hold it any way you want. I know people that hold their glass cutter like this. They hold it just like this, okay? Just like this. It's not a problem. However, it's great for cutting straight lines, but I'm going to tell you right now, it's really hard to cut patterns like that, okay? For me, anyway. But if you know what, if you're used to it, everyone has their own technique about scoring or breaking or cutting glass. So if you have a cutter that you don't enjoy using, or you think it's, most of the time, y'all, it's not the cutter, it's the cutty, okay? Most of the time, it is not your cutter, it's the cutty, which is you. So if you listen to your glass cutter, even on the crazy pieces of glass like this, that are so, look at the texture on that, okay? Look at the texture on that, and we're going to just, now, I drove right through that pucker mark right there, but I'm going to bet you it probably isn't going to break right there. And you know what? I'm squeezing for all it's worth with my running pliers, and you know what happens? Nothing. But if I break it with my grousing pliers, so somebody said, hey Ed, you did a good job cutting straight lines on that really nasty piece of glass you were cutting. So how about do an inside curve? All right, I'll do it. If it comes out, you got to buy me dinner. So here we go. It sounded good. So first thing we're going to do is tap this a little bit. Okay. So, y'all, let me tell you a quick story. Our dog is doing great. She went to the vet today, and he didn't even have to put a muzzle on her because she wasn't going to bite the guy. She fell in love with Dr. Hardy today. So a little crack, 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 crack. Now we're coming over to the other side. We're going to do the same thing. Hold on. Dinner, my friend.
Well.
Hold on. Oh, my. Inside curve. I didn't need this piece. What I wanted to show you is don't be afraid just because the glass is so scary. You know what this reminds me of? When I used to play golf, I'd walk up to a hole to the tee box, and in front of me would be a lake. And over there would be the hole. And you know what is so intimidating? Was the water. Here's your water right here.
Wait a minute.
Here's your water right here. I don't know which camera I'm on because I keep getting flipped. All right, just remember, my thumb is my favorite finger, y'all. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I hope that helps because really, you know what I did by tapping that glass a little bit is I kind of started the run automatically by tapping the glass. And then digging in there with my really, my grousing pliers is the only way that I could do it. So.
Okay, so.
I hope that helps everybody.
Thank you, Ed. Yes, I'm
All right.
sure it did. Magali said she saw something on YouTube where someone turned the tip of the cutter upside down where the screw is down, not up. And I'm not. The screw is down, not up. Apparently that
You can turn your cutter head any direction you want, Magali, really. Again, everybody has their own technique. I don't claim to know everything. I've just been doing this for 43 years.
It was so the tip would not move. So, however, whatever works.
Yeah, whatever works for them. My cutter tip doesn't move anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, my cutter tip doesn't move anyway. But you know what, Magali? I've had this cutter in my pocket for over 20 years. So
I don't know.
I don't know.
Here's a question.
All right, go ahead.
Here's a question. Teresa wants to know, how often do you change the blade in your glass cutter?
Teresa, I've had this one in my pocket for over 20 years. So unless you drop your glass cutter on the floor.
On the head.
On the head. Like that. You shouldn't have to change your cutter head. There's nothing wrong with your cutter head. What happens during the cutter, using your cutter, is that it gets dialed in, and when you first get your cutter, the cutter head is what we call hot. As you use it, you dial it into the pressure on your hand, and that cutter won't be worth a for anyone else but you. But unless you've dropped your cutter, you shouldn't need to replace the head, or maybe spend a little more money and get a really good glass cutter.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
A Toyo will last you forever.
Yeah, a Toyo glass cutter, $38, $48, whatever it is, will last you forever. So, and there's, even the little pistol grip cutters. These are $40 pistol grip cutters. But it all has to do, with the head. This has a TC10 on it. And this one has a TC21. What that number is, y'all, is the angle of the carbide wheel in the cutter head. Okay.
So yours has a TC10?
This does here.
No, I mean yours. The one
No, mine has a 35-degree angle wheel.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Because I can cut anything with this glass cutter right here. So a lot of glass cutters are just, the head, this TC10, what it does, it's great for cutting window glass and up to 1/8 inch glass, but that's it. That's it.
So I wrote down that in the future we'll be do a lamp video.
Yeah, well,
in the future, it's on my list.
I just got a repair job where I have to make 6 panels for a bent panel lamp, but that is so boring. You wouldn't want to see that.
And a video replacing copper foil.
Barb, we had one of our subscribers come in the last week.
We did.
And from Canada.
Yeah.
On their way home and wanted to stop by and check out the ARTyRV and see Barb and I here at the studio. So we want to thank Tammy Lyons, Stained Glass Art, for stopping in and seeing us last week. We appreciate it. And we want to thank her for stopping in.
And if y'all are in town, give us a call. Give us a heads up a week before so make sure we're in town.
And we'll make sure that we, we make arrangements that we can meet.
Plans to meet, yeah.
Yeah, so thanks again, Tammy. Enjoyed meeting you. And don't forget, we talked about a rheostat. You need one. Check it out.
Someone said something about, oh, no, that was not a rheostat question. Okay. Let's move
I hope it
on.
wasn't a
No,
rheostat question.
I'm sorry. I didn't bring
There she goes. She brought it up. Here we go.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
If
That's
you
going to
have a
make me go
question-
crazy.
If you have a question, just put a Q in the chat and put your question, and we'll be happy to answer it.
Yeah.
go
So
ahead.
you know what, Barb? I was able to get this inside curve out of this piece of glass, and I just did it because to show you that it can be done. This piece of glass behind Barbara here, okay? This is a Kokomo 246. And I want y'all to know that this is one of the most beautiful pieces of glass that Kokomo's ever made. So I'm looking at it, and this is for our project that we're doing. And we've been doing a lot of projects this week, and we've got one coming up that we're going to share with you. But this piece of glass, the sticker on it, y'all, the sticker on it was September 14th, 1988. That's when that piece of glass was made. And you know what? We have it.
Yeah.
And it's one of the most beautiful pieces of glass. Has 5 colors in it, okay? It's really close to a 221XX. But it's missing the really bright chartreusey green that's in
It's
it.
got chartreuse in it, though.
Nah, it's close. Yeah.
Well, it's not as bright.
It's not as bright. But anyway, I wanted to share that glass. In 1988 is when that sheet was ran in the Kokomo factory in Indiana. And I am really proud to be able to put it in this big project that we're working
Merle's
on.
Inlet
In
project.
Merle's Inlet Project. And that's what it's called, y'all. It's called the Merle's Inlet Project. So when we talk about it, you'll know what it is. And when we start showing you the drawings, you'll understand why it's quite a process.
We just had our drawings approved, so we'll be sharing those with you in the future as we put them,
Yeah, those of you
them together
those of
and
you
get
that
them
work
to
on big
size.
jobs, you understand the process and everything. Well, this particular job's close to 500 square feet, so it's a big job.
Okay, Jerby Jerb wants to know, when breaking glass on a score line, is it better to have your pliers close to the edge of the glass or further inward?
Hey, Jerby Derb, if I'm using my grousing pliers, I like to come in about 1/4 to 3/8 of an inch up. But I keep it right directly on the score, and remember, I pull down and away. So we talked about that go back and watch last week's live stream when we were talking about cutting this this crazy rippled glass that Bullseye makes. And funny how it runs with the running pliers one direction, but you can't squeeze it hard enough to make it run
It was
in
that
the other.
glass right there.
It was this very same glass that's on the table. So, and that I just cut that half moon out of. What? An inside curve at a ripple glass?
I know it's tough, but you can do it.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's good.
It's okay. I'm not scared. But you know what? It doesn't always happen for me either. So don't think that, that it does, because I'm not anybody special. It's just I've been cutting glass for a really long time, and I understand its properties. And you know what one of glass's properties is? Well, actually 2 of them. It breaks and it cuts the fire out of you really quick, and it doesn't care.
Has no feeling.
It has no feelings whatsoever.
Okay, Howard has a question.
Sure.
Howard hasn't been here in a while.
I
Good to
know,
see you
Howard.
back.
Welcome back, man.
What tips would you have for combining copper foiling and cane into a window project?
I love the idea, and I do it all the time. What you have is, if you can use your copper foil, should be used for your really small and intricate pieces that you've taken the time to add into your design, but you also want your customer to see them, and you want people that are looking at that window to see them. So yeah, I'm a big fan of mixing copper foil and lead together. Just remember, make sure where they go into the lead that you carry those joints right onto the lead, just like any other piece of glass that being soldered. You don't have to solder the whole, lead, but I do recommend that where the piece where your solder joint comes up, and carry it right onto the lead and create a joint there, or a T, or whatever you need to do. But yeah, mix the two and have fun. Go for it.
Yeah, and you might have to use smaller lead.
Yeah, and
in
mix up the
certain
lead
places.
too. Your profiles of lead, if you have access without having like 3 or 4 different size or profile boxes sent in at $300 a box. but what you want to do is, change up your profiles, change up the size of your copper foil that you're using, get the X-Acto knife out, make those pieces so incredibly beautiful that people can't stand it. But yeah, mix it up, have at it.
Okay, so do you want to show them what we've been working on this week? We have some really pretty things.
Yeah.
We have a slideshow.
Oh wow, Barb. When did you have
didn't
time to
know
do that?
I did.
Our producer
Our
kept that for
producer
us.
did it for us.
Well, you know
And
what?
he helped us make the bowls, so this is
He did. So this is
really cool.
Oh, and by the way,
What?
Tammy got to meet the producer.
Yeah, Tammy met him. She
Tammy
knows
met
what
him.
looks
He happened
like
to be
and
here,
everything.
and Tammy snuck in, and so yeah, Barbara, because I would like to see a slideshow
Okay.
of all that stuff,
Okay.
please.
Okay. So these are blown glass bowls, and what you see in the middle are the ornaments.
Oh, that were designed to match the bowls for this project. Oh, so these bowls, y'all, are 16 inches in diameter. That diameter right there, 16 inches. And approximately anywhere from 3 to 5.5 inches tall. And we designed the Christmas ornaments to fit in the bowls. Not to fit in them, but to complement each individual bowl. So our customer is getting 21 bowls with 3 ornaments that complement the bowl in each bowl, and she's picking them up Monday.
Yeah.
So we're way excited about it, about this project, because we were able to complete it. Tonight we're charging the furnace, which means we're putting the raw materials into the furnace so that we can all right,
Okay,
y'all.
whoa,
Are
whoa,
y'all?
whoa. I'm showing this, and then we'll
So
show
yeah,
that.
so we're charging the furnace tonight because these bowls are the equivalent of about 150 pounds of glass that we blew last week. So, and I want to thank Taylor and Barbara and everybody in the glass studio.
And you saw those, if you watched the shorts this week, you saw a lot of that action going on.
Yeah,
what
that's
we were
right.
doing.
That's right, Bar. There was some action going on.
That's right.
So I want to share with you those in the stained glass. Everybody knows what adventurine is. Adventurine glass. You know, Bullseye makes beautiful adventurine green. So this is our take on adventurine green and white. And on the outside, y'all, is green and red to represent Christmas. So this is one of the bowls that you see, and I'm not sure if you can see the models that the red and the white and the green produced inside there. It's crazy. This adventurine green glass, y'all, is first of all, I'm excited that it fits with our blown glass. And the other thing is that these fish scales, I just see all this other different stuff happening with this glass. So I'm going to share one more of these bowls with you. All right, are y'all ready? I know.
The suspense.
Hold on. Here we go. Look at that,
That's
y'all.
a pretty one. Yeah.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah, that's a pretty one.
Okay, so this is a cobalt blue.
And they hang on the wall if you want them to hang on the wall, or
Yeah.
you can.
They actually hang on the wall with a hanger, just like that. Just like that.
And those retail for.
With the 3 ornaments, $3.99
Okay.
out the door. Yeah.
Okay.
So you get 16-inch bowl and 3 complimentary Christmas ornaments as the package for $3.99. Thank you for bringing those up.
So.
That was awesome. And we had so much fun making it. We listened to a lot of music, y'all.
One thing I did want to remind everyone about is November 16th. We have our sale starts November 16th online. So when you order online, we have a 10%, a 15%, and a 20% discount. And we also have free shipping.
We do. That's
November
right.
16th through December the 11th.
Yeah, so we're doing this new program this year that the more ornaments that you purchase, the bigger your discount is. And, providing we can ship them all to the same place. We can't be like, you can't buy 12 ornaments and we're going to ship them 12 different places because we can't do that.
Right.
But we can get them to you and you can split them up and shoot them out the door. But anyway, we just want to let you know. And don't forget, we've got our 20% off on all of our Bullseye in stock starting on Wednesday the 16th as well. Is that correct, Barb?
Right. That's right.
Yeah, so we're excited about a lot of things next week. We're finishing up some work. We just took in some new work, and we're working on another big project coming up that we're is
So-
really big.
So everyone loved the bowls. And
Oh.
Magali is kind of, begging her husband right now to buy her one. But
Okay, we'll ship it down to you, Magali. You know what, hon? We were really thinking about you last week when that storm came through, hon, because y'all had just got beat up, just a month and a half prior, and now that storm came in, almost due south of you. Is that correct, Magali?
Thule Studios says November 16th is the best day of the year because it's her birthday.
Well, there you have
Her
it.
birthday, yes. There you go.
All right. Well, if you need some bullseye, come on down and get some.
Okay.
Yeah. So the bullseye thing is really exciting. We're coming out with a new product, and we're working on
Yeah, we got some new things.
Yeah, we're working on the base right now. We're trying to work that out. I think we got it a little bit. We just need to clean it up and make it look better. That's all.
Yeah, we'll have some new things.
But we'll have some new. It's kind of hard to get glass out of the bottom of the tank when it's like way down there low. Ask Barbara; she'll be the first one to tell you that is not the way to do it. But once we get the glass up to the top, which will be tomorrow afternoon, because we're finished charging now, then we'll be able to make these pieces that we want to make, and we're excited.
Brenda had a question. She was cutting a piece of heavily textured glass similar to what you cut tonight. The problem was my cutter kept slipping. Any helpful hints?
Oh yeah, because what you're doing is you might be trying to move a little bit too fast. It's much easier, even though you have that. Even though you have that texture right there, your cutter's going to want to move. But if you're using a pencil grip, and you go slower, okay? So listen to my cutter here. This is how slow I'm going. And drive right out of those pits, okay? Yeah, just drive right out of those pits. But if you're going too fast, your cutter's going to want to slide on the upside. On the upside of that pit, it's going to want to veer. So yeah, slow down and see if that helps you a little bit. And it probably will, is what I'm guessing.
Yeah. Good answer.
Yeah, I think if you'll slow down a little bit, because if you're moving too fast, it's not taking anyway. And on textured glass, just like any other glass, you shouldn't be like cutting it so fast that that you're not getting actually a good score. So just be really careful.
Yeah, Brenda said she uses a pistol grip and she'll try slowing down. I think
Yeah,
that'll
try
help.
slowing down, because what's happening if you're using the pistol grip, yeah, I can almost guarantee you that you're moving too fast. And careful, because that head swivels, okay? And if you get that thing twisted, there you are. We get that thing twisted, Brenda. If you get that thing all twisted, it's going to move to the side, which is two things. Is not good for the glass, and it definitely is not good for your cutter to let it move either sideways or twist it while you're scoring, because that is definitely not a good thing.
I just want to remind people, if they haven't subscribed, to go ahead and subscribe. It really helps us out, and
Please
goes a
do.
long way to helping us.
It does. And you know what? There's a subscription and a notification button right there at the top. And if you'll ring that bell, I'll keep ringing my bell until you ring your bell. That'll let you know when we're coming at you live every Monday night at 7 o'clock. So bring your questions in, everybody. Let us know if you're having a problem. We don't claim to know everything, but there's a lot of people here on our channel.
Don't forget to give us a thumbs up.
That's right. Well, hey, we need a thumbs up. And you know why? Because the thumb is our favorite finger.
And we love you guys.
We do.
If there's no more questions, I think we're going to let these fine people, get back to their evening meal.
Oh,
for
yeah.
their
Jervy
work.
Jer, 3 thumbs up. Thank you, buddy.
you.
We appreciate it. So, yeah, take your time when cutting textured glass simply because it's intimidating already. You bought it because you loved it, and now it's going to be intimidating. So just take your time, slow down going over the river and through the woods to score that glass you go. Careful. I'm ready for egg roll, but I'm not getting egg rolls.
You're going to have to practice your poem writing for next week. Okay. Okay, everybody.
In other words, I'm not a poet, and I do know it.
Okay, guys. We'll see you later. Thanks for
Okay,
tuning
thank you
in.
for tuning
See
in,
you
everybody.
next